He's here.
Hello,
Okay,
I'm
epic.
Ragnar.
Welcome. He is indeed Ragnar. Welcome to the first podcast of the series. We're gonna
First
try this
episode
out.
of the podcast.
Listen, I'm trying my hardest. All right, so welcome to In This Panel. It's a podcast me and Ragnar are doing because we enjoy discussing about the recent chapters of manga we've been reading. So One Piece, My Hero, and Black Clover. And we just sit down and kind of talk about what happened and how we're feeling about it and all that fun stuff. If you have any recommendations about any manga we should check out, or just topics we should talk about a specific manga, please put that in chat and we'll be more than happy to take a look. But I guess let's go ahead and get started. So let's see, I haven't actually read this week's on One Piece, but why don't you kind of explain what's been going on?
Okay, so where do you want me to start from explaining that? Because,
Oh no,
how about
what happened? What was crazy? What happened that was crazy?
like today or in the last couple episodes, like the last couple chapters?
Let's go last couple of chapters just to give people a chance to read the one that came out today.
Oh boy.
Some stuff has happened.
Luffy awakened the Gomu Gomu no Mi.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's probably going to be some heavy spoilers.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and say spoilers for this whole thing.
Big spoilers.
He awakened the Gomu Gomu no Mi, which we found out isn't actually the Gomu Gomu no Mi. It's a devil fruit called the Hito no Mi mythical model Nika.
Bro, he just gained the extra title.
Straight up, it was. Turns out he's a Zoan type.
Right?
Heavy spoilers.
Big. If we haven't mentioned yet, just in case.
Turns out that he is Joy Boy's reincarnation. Heavy spoilers.
It keeps on going.
And then, yeah, he's just been kicking Kaido's butt since then. I mean, well, I wouldn't say kicking his butt. Like Kaido's still holding his own.
He's putting up a fight.
And honestly, he's probably doing a lot better than we wish he was. But
well, that's cool. I have yet to get there. Like, I'm really close. So,
but you're in Roof Piece.
Oh, I've been in Roof Piece for a while now. Like, I'm pretty excited. I think the last where I left off was what was it? Monosuke is currently trying to stop the island because Kaido's power is weakening.
Yeah. Okay,
and then, Luffy finally got back off of Law's submarine after eating a bunch of food because that's how he powers up.
So where you're at, Luffy just got back to the basically Luffy just got back to Onigashima riding Momo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who aged Mono again? I was a little confused.
Shinobu, I think's her name.
She just does that?
she has a devil fruit power.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even know that.
I believe her devil fruit power is the ripe fruit.
That makes sense. Okay, I was blind because I didn't even know that was a thing. She's doing her job correctly.
No, wait, Shinobu's a character from Demon Slayer.
The Shinobi character. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What is her name?
It'll be... Listen, if you don't know, there's no way I know. But, yeah, that's where I left off with that. So, and then, Sanji... Oh, yeah, the very last panel, Sanji was kind of like, he destroyed his super suit.
Oh no, I was right.
Oh, it is Shinobu.
Is this what I typed in Shinobu? It pulled up the Demon Slayer character. Okay, cool.
It's common, it's just be like that. But yeah, Sanji apparently smacked a girl for the first time in the series, and just left her bloody on the ground, which was kind of a shocker. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
That kind of came out of nowhere. Was that ever set up? Because I know I don't really catch things.
It's supposed. Okay.
Because I've recently got into the manga.
You don't care. I know you don't care about spoilers. I really know you don't care.
Well, I mean,
He didn't actually hit
Okay,
her.
chat, listen. My original name for this podcast was Spoiler
But
Mode.
spoiler
right?
corner.
So there's
But
just to set it up. But anyways, continue.
he didn't actually kick her or hit her. Queen has the ability to go invisible too.
Queen?
Yes.
Oh.
So Queen hit her and made Sanji think he did it. It's kind of disappointing when you find that out.
Okay. Damn, I thought something cool was about to happen. He kind of just destroyed his suit with... Oh, man, that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah,
I feel that, though.
I'm kind of glad because, like, we didn't... I don't think Wano's would have had room for both Luffy and... For Luffy to defeat Kaido. Sanji and Zoro to win their fights, and then have Sanji and Zoro fight each other. I don't think Wano had room in that.
Right?
I think it'd be cool for it to happen, like for Zoro to legitimately have to go all out against and Sanji go all out against each other. But I don't think Wano's the right.
They don't have room for that, man. This place is already bloated as it is.
Dude, I mean, I've been in Wano for like what, 2 years?
No kidding. Like, God bless.
I mean, me and you were both working together. When they started the raid. Actually, no,
really?
that might predate us working together.
Yeah. Wow. Time flies.
Yeah.
I just hope that. Wait. Okay. So there's like 2 arcs after this one, correct?
For One Piece?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay. Well, there you go.
There's
Damn.
2 arcs that we know have to happen. Yes.
Gotcha.
We know Elbaf we know they have to wait. Well, 3 if you want to count Laugh Tale as its own arc, which we will, of course.
Probably, yeah.
Because we know they have to go save Sabo.
Wait.
We know.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
Memory kind of leaks there.
We know that they've got to go to Elbaf. We know that they've got it, and then we know they've got to go to Laugh Tale.
Yeah. Wait, Elbaf, that's the Giants' home island?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the island where I assume that if any Straw Hat's going to die, I assume Elbaf will probably be where they die.
Dang.
That's because there's only one Straw Hat that I could see dying that's not important at this point. And
by the way,
that's Usopp, but
damn, all right, just getting the sniper out like that.
The reason for that is because everyone else's has a specifically important part on the ship, with the exception of Usopp, where he's just a sniper. I'm not saying I want Usopp gone.
Yeah, that's
Usopp's
fair.
awesome.
But if someone were to likely get taken out,
yes, if someone had to be removed from the crew, I feel like Usopp's would be a thing, and also Usopp's dream is to be a brave warrior of the sea.
That would be the brave warrior of the sea right there.
His secondary dream is to make it to Elbaf, and he could Elbaf, however you want to say it. If he makes it there, he achieves essentially both of them.
You're not wrong. Dang, I didn't even realize that it was that close. Wait, what? So what's Nami's? What was Nami's again?
Nami's dream is to create a map of the world.
Okay, so she's still a little bit off there.
Yeah.
Then Zoro basically has to destroy or has to defeat was it
Mihawk.
Hawkeye? Mihawk.
Yeah.
Sanji is to find
you were right. It's Hawkeye Mihawk, but I call it Mihawk because you say Hawkeye, most people think the archer.
Right. And then Sanji was the all blue, supposedly existing. So wow.
Yeah. Well,
for being someone who makes up a lot of stuff, Usopp seems to be a pretty reasonable dreamer. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Let's look at it from his perspective. He is a coward. Like, we're talking about a guy who, like, probably couldn't imagine that outside of his home island was a world nearly as fantastical as it was.
Right.
I mean, we're essentially, uh, I mean, like the seas are pretty normal outside the Grand Line, but then you get into the Grand Line and there's a giant goldfish.
It just exists there.
Yes, and that is a normal. That is the most normal thing we have seen.
You're not wrong. Like, damn. Let's see. Well, what tangent were we getting on there?
Well, we were talking about the arcs that were left. Man, we really do have ADD. We just went way off topic there,
right?
But,
Zero.
let's see. We were talking about where you were at.
Yeah.
And
So
what you'd been through.
yeah. Just
you want to just give our opinions on One Piece as a whole, like.
well, yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so like my opinion on it is One Piece is one of the best anime or manga out there.
That's a surprise. Not.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know me, like One Piece, I've been watching One Piece since I was like 8. Like when what's her
Him and
4
One
Kids.
Piece have been bigger friends than I ever have been. Longer friends.
Yes. When 4 Kids did their dub of it, that I started with episode 1 live on TV with 4 Kids dub, and
I'm so
have
sorry for you. I'm sorry.
pretty much watched One Piece off and on since then.
I love it for like how much detail Oda has put into his world. Like, it's insane. There are very few people on this planet who's put as much work into his world and characters as Oda has. But God bless, is it long. I have like 4 different, like, okay, I'm taking a break from One Piece. I'm not going to watch it. And you know, one of the biggest like exhales / reliefs I've ever gotten was when I reached that 4-digit episode 1000 mark, and I was like, finally, I made it to this peak. And then I look up and there's another peak, and I'm just bawling, and I'm just curled up into a ball crying, and I'm like, no.
Okay, but if it was any shorter, would it be nearly as satisfying when we get to the end of it?
Oh no, for sure. You're absolutely right. Like I don't like the length, but the length serves a purpose, and that's to show how grand and big this world is.
Like, and how big the adventure is. Like,
yeah.
I definitely think that sometimes the pacing could be better. Even in the manga, I still feel like they're like right now in Wano. Like, I feel like I think we made it Wano for a little too long, but also it kind of makes the fight with Kaido even more important, because Kaido's basically a brick wall wearing sheet metal armor under Kevlar.
I feel that. But I agree with you. It's like
hit
go ahead.
They've hit Kaido with everything they've got, and it just the whole length of this fight it's been so exhausting. But it's just like, okay, yeah, this is how exhausting it. If we're exhausted, how exhausted is Luffy right now?
Yeah, it is given. Like, what was I gonna say? Damn it, you've you've caused me to forget.
Oh, sorry.
It was something about. Oh yeah, that is one of One Piece's biggest flaws, I think, is the pacing. Like with other manga and anime, like Black Clover, I think the pacing is a lot more reasonable when it comes to like progression. But One Piece, I think that's why people take so many hiatuses from it, is because the pacing is so long to finally get. Like, I remember Dressrosa. I kind of watched like the short film of it, like the short episode that kind of went over it real quick.
Oh yeah.
And then I watched the actual series, and I feel like I came to the end of that story arc the same, regardless whether it was the quick episode or the long episodes. When I was rewatching it with the long episodes, I really felt impatient, and I was like, okay, yeah, I don't think we really need to see this scene, but the manga has some issues, but the anime, I think, is really where it hits. Like,
yeah,
when the subbed kicked back on, right? And you were like, "Oh yeah, they're starting to release episodes." I went and watched like episode, what was it, like 1013 or 1014.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of just skimmed through it because I read it in the manga, and half of it was just backflashes and like making sure that I knew everything that was going on, thinking that I couldn't remember like 1 week in advance almost. And
Yeah.
I just got really boring with how
That was the one that
long.
came out last night, was it?
No, I haven't watched that one yet.
Okay.
I plan to.
Okay.
But the anime just takes so long to get its point across, and the manga at
Yeah.
least gets past it a little quicker. The pacing really needs some work.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that.
But I mean,
Although, like, you really need to watch last night's. Oh my god! Like,
did they finally make it to Roof Piece? Like,
oh, they made it to the. They made it to the Red Rock.
oh, okay.
His first punch on Kaido on the roof. Before like the scene that I'm absolutely waiting for.
Please, animators, please.
Well, it should be in 2 weeks because here you want to know what the most annoying thing is about the anime right now?
Tell me.
We're getting a Bartholomew special episode or
No.
special episode 2 next week.
No, I hate this. This is so sad. Why?
Yeah, it was.
Why? We don't need more spacing.
Well, okay. Yes, and like okay, like I don't think we need it right now, but I will say it would be a lot better if like maybe after Wano we had like 2 or 3 just straight filler arcs that maybe took like 30 episodes, like 10 episodes apiece, just to give the manga some space.
I think I could agree with that. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Just to give the manga the guy.
Because I mean, they're currently animating stuff that happened in like episode 1000 or in chapter 1000, and the manga's 47 chapters ahead, which I mean, it's not really a lot when you realize that animes usually adapt like 2 to 3 chapters an episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
But,
God, it feels like One Piece does 1 chapter an episode.
Someone I saw posts on Reddit where someone broke down like how many chapters an episode.
Like
they were
on
breaking
average?
down like on average per each arc.
What, they
like
get
how
out
many...
a spreadsheet or something?
Yeah, they did all the arcs.
Damn.
They did all the arcs, and it was like I think the Romance Stone, which was the first 4 episodes, was like they did like, I mean they only had, I think they only did like 2 chapters a piece. Like it was like you could see like it was like 2, like usually like 2. Sometimes they dip down to like 1.7 chapters.
So is that an average?
Yeah, it's an average of the entire arc.
Okay.
But they'd be like, you can see like before pre-time skip, it was like it like dropped down in Thriller Bark to like 1.7. That was the lowest it got. But then as soon as time skip hit, like everything was like 1.3, 1.2, 1.1. Like Dressrosa got to like 0.97.
Seriously? Damn.
And I was like, oh, that's why everything feels so slow.
That makes a lot of sense. What about Wano? What are we looking at for like chapter per episode?
No, I don't. I had it so far, but I don't remember what it was.
That's kind of crazy that someone put the time in to get the app. Like, that's some weird time measurement, like chapter per episode ratio. I need that average ratio right now on my desk by 11.
Yeah, well, I mean, it probably wouldn't be that difficult to do.
Yeah, you just need like the times of the
most if you go to like the One Piece wiki, it will have like if you go through the episodes, it will tell you what chapters. It does.
Well, that's a lot more convenient.
That episode covers, so you could, yeah. It's not going to be super hard.
Yeah,
but so you want me to go into a little bit of what today's chapter had in it?
All right. Big.
Just a little, like a little, like I'm not even going to like tell you what it is. I'm just going to like.
Yeah. Well, real quick, podcast is taking place on April 24th. So on today's chapter of April 24th.
Yeah, April 24th. Yeah,
that's what we're
we'll
talking about.
Luffy. Okay, so what's basically we stayed the same par for the course. We've stayed the last couple of chapters, which is Luffy's in Gear 5 and he's fighting Kaido.
Yeah.
That's par for the course. Nothing major changes.
I have a feeling that we're gonna have Luffy in Gear 5 for like another 5 chapters at least.
I don't know about that.
Ah, I see now.
So I don't know, like, because I know that that there was like fan translations, I think, of because I believe they release it in Japan like a week before it releases here.
Oh yeah, so they get
I
all
think,
the
or something like that, because I know that there's like Friday, people were able to get some people in the One Piece subreddit will post things, and then on Tuesday they'll post a spoiler for that chapter.
Okay. Just like an early
So
spoiler.
but I don't watch that. Basically, the final panel has Luffy telling Momo that he has to move Onigashima out of his way because his next attack, if his next attack, he could destroy the island.
Does he still have that thunderbolt?
Oh, he threw it and missed.
Oh, damn.
He grabbed it. Like, I'm pretty sure he grabbed it and Kaido dodged.
Damn. You were hyping that thing up. You're like, I don't know what he's gonna do with a freaking lightning bolt. And then Kaido just sidesteps it and is like, seriously? That's kind of funny.
Here,
damn.
Yeah, Kaido literally just sidesteps it. Which I was like, I kind of, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I set myself up for that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
damn, who's gonna cause Luffy like any trouble now that he has? Well, what? Okay, first of all,
he's not immune. It's just it's basically standard what he is. It's more or less just he's not limited, but it's hard to explain.
He has the same durability and health.
Maybe, well, he's a Zoan, so that would be increased actually, but yes, somewhat.
Okay.
Because I think they said that Zoan Awakenings just increase your durability, health, your durability, strength, and
all
stuff
that
like
fun
that.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And
all right. Well, you want to move on to Black Clover or My Hero?
We could probably move over to Black Clover.
All right. I have not caught up with this one, so.
How far behind are you on Black Clover? What's the last thing that happened for you?
Let's see.
Again, spoilers.
Yeah, big spoilers. I think one of the Diamond Demons wiped out Noel and that whole group.
Okay, so you're at the Fall of the Heart Kingdom.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, listen, it's been a minute. I haven't caught up. All right, give me some amount of what is it? Credit.
Okay, so
I don't have any. I mean, if you want to talk about it, I'm all ears because I already know what's coming up.
What?
In the Black Clover.
Oh. Well, I mean, I don't want to. I'm not going to talk about what happened in this chapter because, like, unlike with One Piece where it was pretty much the same old.
Something happened.
This one, yeah, this one's like in between fights, so there's like this huge twist. I was like, oh, okay,
all right, that's fair.
Plot happened.
All right, another plot episode. All right. What about My Hero?
Well, I haven't read the one for the day, but My Hero's been doing all right. I mean, you're you're at the part you're not far off. You're at the part where they
Yeah.
pretty much they split up the heroes into their different fighting groups.
That is one manga I have caught up on, and I'm only like 2 chapters behind, so nothing too much will be happening.
I mean, has Deku left?
Yeah, Deku already like skedaddled out of that fight.
Okay, so he's okay. Yeah,
he just said peace to Toga, and I'm out.
only thing you've missed is Dabi's declared war on Todoroki, which he'd already done that anyway. So
wait, declared war? What are they in charge of? Like armies now?
Well, I mean, like as in like he's basically said that I'm out for you. I'm out for you. I'm out for his Endeavor's legacy. He's basically reinforced what we've kind of known since that big reveal. So
okay. Why are you being all coy about it, Rose? This is spoilers.
Coy about what? Like
that reveal? Well, I mean,
that is true. Since we found out that Dabi was the oldest in Todoroki child, I think
Todoroki's older brother.
Yeah, Todoroki's older brother. We'll say it like that.
Right.
I forgot Todoroki. I couldn't remember if Todoroki was his last name or not.
Damn.
The fact that I remember that Todoroki's his name, I usually call it Icy Hot.
Icy Hot?
Well, here's the thing. If there's a character in the show that specifically uses nicknames, I will typically remember those nicknames better than I will remember their actual names.
That's fair. You mentioning Icy Hot I just thought of Todoroki. Oh man, one of his friends has some muscle pain, and he's just like, hold up, I've got you. It just puts the hand and starts going cool and hot.
He would never do that because he's cursed to destroy people's left hands.
What?
Oh, you don't remember that?
Okay, you got to remember, I don't have the greatest memory. I don't know how you pick up with these things, but you could just hang on to just random facts.
You remember back when in the sports festival and
he took out Deku. Arc? All right, yeah, he took out Deku.
Him and Deku fought, and Deku destroyed his left hand fighting him.
Yeah.
Wait, so it might have been his right hand.
Left.
Okay, was his left?
I want to say it's left.
Okay, and then in the Hero Killer Stain arc, Ida got his left hand messed up. He has permanent nerve damage that he'll have to have a surgery to get repaired.
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah, but he chooses not to because he's using it as a reminder to not get into that mindset.
What
again.
A nerd! Come on, bro.
I mean, it's not like he uses his hands for much anyway.
Yeah, but what if he needs to pick up something or save a child or I don't know.
I don't think it's necessarily that bad. I think it's just more of those
kind of stutter,
grasping small things.
Okay.
Or something like that. They never it's never been a problem yet, so it's obviously not something to worth mentioning. But yeah, so when they're in the hospital, Todoroki goes, "What am I, some kind of left-hand crusher?"
That's actually kind of funny. I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I don't know how I remember some of this stuff. It gets scary. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday because he made it to where the dub is caught up on One Piece, and he decided that he was going to go back and just rewatch it. And he was sitting there talking. He's like, "Yeah, they're in Log Timber Town or something like that," and I was like. What? He's like, yeah, the one was Chaser. I was like, you mean Logtown? And he's just looking at me. He's like, I'm literally there, and you still remember it better than I do. How?
Well, to be honest, One Piece is the anime that you would remember everything from.
Yeah, One Piece has been going on for a while in my life.
Well, let's see. I have all this memory in my brain. What can I use it for? School experience, job experience, One Piece info that's useless, but hey, neat to know.
You say that, but there are times where I do things that I have done every day, and I'm sitting there looking at it okay, wait, what? How do I do it? Oh yeah, I know how to do this, but just, with One Piece, it's like, oh yes, Luffy's maximum stretch is 60 gums.
Back in chapter 5, there's a
Which
island, specifically in one episode, where Usopp fights a giant. That giant's name is Ungus Bungus, and he uses a club that he got from the Giant King back in 2957. Okay. Just
wow,
like those.
we've gotten off the track. we went from what was it, My Hero to roasting me. But
I would call it a roast, and more like, damn, your memory kind of works on overdrive for some reason.
or anime specifically.
Just animes, nothing else.
Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about it. Okay. You want to just give our overall opinions? That's what we probably need to do. Let's give our overall opinions on. We'll do it with My Hero since that's what we're currently talking about. Then we can go back to Black Clover.
All right.
So my overall opinion for My Hero is that it started really good.
Agreed.
And it was really good.
Agreed.
And then All Might fought One for All.
Uh-huh.
And that was all great. That was all good. And then when All Might kind of be like retired from being a hero and kind of like lost his heroic presence, I kind of was, and I understand that, you know, it's trying to do that. The whole point is that the symbol piece is no more. It's trying to enforce that. But the problem is that was one of my favorite parts of My Hero.
Yeah.
Was All Might's just having that hero, like All Might busts through that door at the USJ. It's like,
it's almost like classic Superman, where like trouble was happening, and then Superman came in and was like, "Oh, you know everything's gonna be okay because Superman is here, and he can literally drag solar systems behind him, so you know he's powerful enough to beat this."
Yeah, and then you know he gets the fight with One for All, and it has that Superman shows up to fight Doomsday. It's like, oh, this guy's tough. Can All Might beat him? It's like, well, I mean, he's All Might. He has to beat him,
right?
It's like, this isn't a matter of can he, it's what will it take. and then, you know, we lose All Might, and there's no symbol piece there. And so it kind of feels, and I know that's the point. And then it goes, it just keeps going, and we kind of get to Lemillion. Lemillion's kind of he's got that similar presence. And then we lose Lemillion. And then Deku never, and every time it feels like there's an opening there, Deku never steps up to take the opening.
Right.
Which I kind of get it. It's built up to it, but the problem is that I never really. There's not a lot of characters in My Hero that I actually like super much. Like I liked All Might. Or I still like All Might. I like Bakugo. I like Todoroki kind of. I like Ida. I like Uraraka. I like Deku. It's just some of the side characters are like, yeah, I could take that guy or leave it.
There's a lot of them. For me, it kind of goes the same way. Like, I really enjoyed what they were going for. And I actually did enjoy how they kind of set up All Might to kind of, like, win the battle, but not the war. And then... And it was...
I liked... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well... And it was really interesting what they were going for. Like, this dark, gloomy, where the war happened, and then society kind of crumbles, and then everyone's on the back ropes. And when Star showed up, that's when I was like, oh, cool. So this is like where we're going to get the turnaround. And when they killed off Star, it was like, well, oh, by the way, spoilers for everybody. It was really jarring because it was like, oh, so we're still in this. Like, they set up Star to kind of be that All Might replacement.
Well, that's okay. That's where I was kind of getting. Like, there has been like, because Lemillion steps up to be the All Might presence for that chapter. He loses powers. He's no longer Lemillion, and then Star steps up. But
she was only like what 5 chapters before they just cut her off.
Yeah, like it steps up, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to be, I'm going to be a hero just like he was. I'm the #1 superhero in America,
and then bang,
the #1 in the world."
Right?
She drops an atomic bomb on him. On
several.
Seven
of them
in one go. Yeah,
in one, like with the most epic like nuke atomic punch in the world. And the way that he just cheeses his way out of this fight was just really upsetting. It's like, you just made this character just to take them down. And I hate when people do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, she had no
Well,
time to set up.
Like I think doing that works, but the problem is they have to be around for longer.
Yeah.
Like if they wanted to like set up if they wanted to set up Star being like that, like maybe introduce her earlier on. Like, or
yeah,
maybe
like show some deeds. Maybe she helps them out in an earlier chapter. She comes over and is like, "Oh, hey, All Might, nice seeing you."
It doesn't do that. Like, it could literally just be the fact that like she calls into All Might, and All Might like introduces her to Midoriya, or something like that, or like, you know, we get to see her like work on the news and stuff like that. But she's introduced to this awesome superhero, and it just feels like she's introduced to like.
She's a stepping stone for Shigaraki. That's all she is.
She's for Shigaraki. It's just to show how powerful Shigaraki is now.
That's all she was created for. And it's really disappointing to me. That's the most powerful hero in all of the world, the #1 American hero. And then it's just like all your purpose was to build up the villain and just to show Deku and just to make Deku that much more prominent in this fight. Which, I mean, Deku was already prominent. He was, you know, the successor to One for All, right?
Yeah, which is the way I always understood it, was the only power that could defeat One for All.
Yeah. So, like, why did he need to set up Star? It feels pointless. It feels like Star was there, and it was pointless for her to be there. Like, her existence didn't matter to the overarching story. And that's... Like, I'm gonna be honest, I would much rather watch Asta beat Satan himself with his...
Which he does.
And then figure out what happens. Because we all know Deku's gonna either convince Shigaraki to be good and then he goes all suicidal, or he defeats him through sheer force. And that's... Either of those two outcomes are probably the most likely that's gonna happen.
Well, it may be both, in all honesty. And
yeah,
when I say that, I mean there may be a really epic fight, and then it's talk no jutsu after that.
But I think he's trying. The mangaka is trying. The guy's trying to extend it way longer than it needs to be. This manga could have been done a month ago, like
yeah. Well,
or we would have been a lot farther into it if it wasn't for that Star pit stop. Like,
yeah. Well, okay. She did buy them because I will say this: they were not ready to fight Shigaraki. They were not ready for Shigaraki round 2, and she bought them time by basically being like, "Oh, hey, you're at like god status. We need you at like demigod status." When she made her quirk like eat and destroy the other quirks.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I think she's a means to an end, and I might be repeating myself, but
I really did not mean we really did not mean to like crap on like My Hero.
Well, I mean, for the stuff that we have read, it's good. Like, we're not saying it's trash. It's just
it's good. It's just when I first started, I liked it because it was this thing, and it became this thing, and it's just the transition kind of felt off.
Yeah, like it didn't really work. And I mean, like, maybe
obviously it did. Obviously it did for a lot of people, though.
True. Like, I would have been a lot happier if Star survived, but she didn't have her quirk anymore. That would give her character, right?
Yeah, because that quirk would be because if you remove that quirk from Star, and they like gave it to someone else, because Star is dangerous for that quirk because she knows how it works,
right? But like, you can still have her as a character if you just remove the quirk, which Shigaraki can do.
Yeah,
and you can still have it like eat itself when it's in Shigaraki.
Yeah, then he could pass it on to someone else like he does, and Star could live.
Exactly. Like, it does, like, they had an opportunity to make this character more than just a tool, but
yeah, that's what she ultimately ended up being, which just I'm here to advance plot,
right,
and then die.
Hi guys, I'm Star. You can read my entire backstory within one chapter, and then afterwards I will die to move the plot forward.
Yeah, watch her like be like super awesome in like the the movie, like watch her be in that movie and be like super awesome in My Hero Mission, like Secret Mission World or whatever it is.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious if the My Hero Vigilante manga is going to continue. Have you read that yet?
I haven't read that at all. Like,
Oh, it's funny. It's from a different mangaka, but he got permission from the guy to write this little backstory. So it doesn't interact with the main timeline. It's like 30 years in the past. But it's really funny, and you see a lot of characters from the a lot of heroes from like the main time. So like mainly Ida's older brother is a friend of the main character in My Hero Vigilante.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And they kind of do like races down the street, even though he's a vigilante.
That's actually pretty cool.
But,
It would be interesting to have gotten to see, because like, I'm still curious, because Ida doesn't seem to understand why Stain went after his older brother, and we've never gotten like a reasoning for that. My memory might be a little whack, but I think that is one of the arcs in Vigilantes. Okay, that'd be pretty cool.
It might be. I'm not positive. I know I know his brother isn't injured at the beginning of Vigilantes.
Well, yeah, his brother gets injured in the sports festival arc.
Oh well, okay. I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
We literally get to see him like walk up to Stain and be like, "I'm here to stop you," and then the next thing we know about it, he's in a hospital bed.
Damn. All right. No, I don't think that's ever shown, because it's like in the past where Dekko's not even born yet.
Well, I know that. I'm not talking about the fight. I'm talking about like the specific reason why Stain says he's not a worthy hero. Because like from everything we've seen is that I don't think, from what we've seen of him, it doesn't seem like he'd be someone that Stain would make a priority target.
In Vigilantes, he's a decent guy. Like, I don't really see anything.
Oh, yeah. See, that's the thing, because Stain's only going after like people he deems false heroes, which is basically, from what it seems, is that it's characters who are heroes who, you know, they claim the word hero, but in all actuality, like, you know, they're in it for very selfish reasons. Like, they're there to be like for money, or they've done some like dark thing in their past or something like that.
Yeah. No, he seems like a decent guy in Vigilantes.
Whereas it seems like in for everything we've seen about Ida's brother, he's a really nice guy. He's not done much of anything.
And then like like even when Ida describes like why he wants to be a hero, it's because his family are like a family of heroes. It's been a tradition in his family for generations to step up and save people. And I don't think Ida got his personality from a rando like his brother, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think he got his personality from his brother. Sorry, let me rephrase that. He got his personality from his brother, so I don't think his brother would be like a bad hero if he influenced Ida in that way. If that makes sense. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there
yeah.
it is.
Sorry, I got a message about something for school. I was checking that real quick.
All good. So, anyways, there's the My Hero Academia just in opinion in entirety. A little bit of rant.
You want to go back? Okay, let's go. You want to go back and do it about Black Clover?
Yeah, we can do Black Clover.
Because we kind of talked about Black Clover for like 5 seconds and then moved on.
Right. We need to put Black Clover in this.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start off. All right. Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead.
So Black Clover, I watched it after watching so many anime tubers, whatever. I watched a lot of like bad reviews, like, oh, he's loud, he's obnoxious, I can't sit and watch this for 20 minutes without my ears bleeding, for like the dubbed and subbed. And I was like, that's weird. So I gave it a watch, and I was enjoying it for like the first season.
You watched it because of bad reviews?
Well, okay, It wasn't entirely because of the bad reviews, because I watched the first episode, then watched the reviews.
Oh, okay.
So I was kind of shocked because it didn't really bother me because he's just a very passionate shonen character like we've seen all throughout.
Yeah, yeah.
Shonen.
I will say this: when people complain about Asta Screw, I'm like, we have an entire this is an entire franchise where the main characters scream and then they get stronger.
But
like the only main characters that only times they don't do that, they still end up screaming at some point.
But anyways, but I enjoyed it. I love how I'm not sure how much this opinion or how big this opinion is, but I would argue that the world building for Black Clover is almost as good as One Piece. Like when it comes to how the world is set up, and that in the sense of a lot of characters that you see in season 1 return all the time in later seasons. Like they show up. Like even from the village chief talking to the thug, what's his name? Baseball dude.
Oh, yeah, Magna.
Magna, that's it. Like even the village where Magna was at with like the chief who was kind of raised him, he comes back in like season 3, I think. He's just like, oh yeah, I still exist. This world functions without you guys being here, right? Like I think Black Clover does a really good job of making the world feel real and lived in.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
It's so good. You see so many people that came back and they've changed and they've done stuff and they talk like, oh yeah, I was doing this.
Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
Diamond dude.
Yeah, with all the crystal powers.
Yeah, because he
was just back. Like one-off boss character, and now he's like a character who comes back.
He came back, and then he had he had a change of heart when he came back, and then I think he dies.
And you're like, damn, this boss just turned into like a great character.
Yeah, well, I think because I think it's implied that the Spade Kingdom destroyed the Diamond Kingdom, so I don't know. I mean, okay, it's anime. If it's anime and manga, if we don't see the body, they're not dead.
Yeah, that's how. Well, sometimes even if we do see the body, they somehow come back, but that's more of an exception to the rule.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks,
yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I have to I kind of okay, we'll talk about that later. I was about to bring up going on a tangent, but I'll give my opinion on it. The way I actually started my first episode for it was the episode where he fights the dude with creation magic in the Magic Knight's entrance exam.
Oh yeah, what is it? The aha guy?
Yeah,
that Asta keeps on. That's his name. Like it's
the guy that Asta keeps running. I don't remember his name, but
it's the aha guy.
Yeah, but he keeps running into him and stuff like that. Like the first episode I saw was the episode where they fought him in the exam, and I really liked and I enjoyed how fast the movement of the animation was from him drawing the sword and hitting that dude. And I was okay.
For a weekly anime, the animation is kind of crazy.
Yeah, until it took an indefinite hiatus. It feels like.
It's true.
But like I said, I really liked it. So I was like, okay, hold up. I gotta go back to episode 1. I gotta start this off right because I don't know what just happened, but it was awesome. And so I started watching. I watched the dub because and then I was like, man, this Asta guy, his screaming getting a little annoying. I was like, it's not. I'm like, but it's shonen that I'm used to it. But I'd like the screaming to be just a little bit quieter, but it never was like a turn off for me. And then, and then I started liking it. Got to the Mars fight, which is I think that is where the animation and stuff kind of it drops a little bit.
I feel that, but it's also a weekly anime.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know. It's you gotta take budget cuts where you can, so that way you can have episodes like One Piece had last night. But and then but and then so it goes through that. Then we go through the whole like the Atlantis arc or whatever. Yeah, the underwater fight with
Yeah.
the beast dude and
With kind of like Noelle getting her bearings in the Black Bulls.
yeah, and
Oh, that's another like recurring group of characters. The singer and dancer.
oh yeah, they do come back.
And they come back twice, I think. They just show up randomly. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we live in this world. We're stopping by
But,
to say hi because we're friends and we still communicate.
Yeah, but what really got to me was when Asta had lost use of both his arms, so he couldn't use his swords, and that's when they kind of show, oh, his yelling is not him being annoying; it's how he copes
with not gaining any magic power.
It's how he copes with like all the naysayers. Is that he just yells so he can't hear their voices or whatnot.
It's like that's pretty cool. That's nice. There's a reason for the yelling. That's not like I gain power by scream.
Yeah, and then from there, I was like, okay, once the screaming got over, it just keeps getting better. You get the fight with Magicule, the first demon.
Yeah.
You get the whole like you get the whole thing,
Licht
the whole plot with Licht.
Yeah.
And then
the elves.
Then you get the elves plot, and you get that demon plot, and it's like, okay,
it just keeps
that was
on
pretty
going.
cool.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. Of course, what I really liked is when he unlocked black form and Yuo unlocked the spirit form. Oh,
damn!
The animations when they fought Lick was so dope.
And then again, it's a weekly anime, so how? No one knows, but they did it. Like, props to the animators. Like, you can complain if it's not like as good as One Piece or as intense as like, I don't know, Brotherhood, but like, you gotta remember they're doing this in less than a week's time to animate this, and what they were able to achieve with that time.
Yeah, but then and then eventually I think I switched over to the manga at the time skip.
Yeah,
like when they go to the Heart Kingdom, the train, I switch over to manga there, and I've loved it ever since.
It just keeps on getting better.
Yeah, it's like I feel like every you really need to get caught up.
Yes, I plan to.
I don't want to spoil the twist, and I'm like, that's not just because we're doing the podcast because or spoiler corner. I don't want to spoil the twist because I was so caught off guard by it. Like it's been so long since a twist has like caught me off guard. Like even when we found out like Luffy's joy blood, I was like, oh,
that makes sense.
Well, I mean, it was one of those like theories that everyone had for so long that at this point we just kind of got to the point where, oh yeah, it's a joke. At this point, it's not going to happen. Like we had literally like moved on to like he was this and he was that, and it was like,
then it happened. It's like, oh yeah, cool.
Oh, we were both right.
So damn. So it's like it caught you off guard,
dude. I don't even like. I'm not. Okay, I won't say this. I'm not in like. I'm in the One Piece fan community. Like I am. Like I mingle with the fans online, like the fandom online.
Yeah.
And stuff. I am not in the fandom communities for Black Clover, but I want to think that caught a lot of people off guard there. But I'm not gonna sit. But like, I'm also like not in there. I don't know if there's like a whole section of that fan base dedicated to theories.
Yeah, I think it's just a whole bunch of memers screaming in a chat room. I'm gonna be honest.
Could be very realistically it. But yes, but like that twist, I was like, oh,
damn.
Okay, that was not even on the table. I was like, man, if this had been a twist, if that twist had happened in One Piece, like we would have been looking at the theorists, being like, okay, you're supposed to keep us in the ballpark. What happened?
What happened, guys? Just get him into a corner. Alrighty.
Like,
well, we're on the last minute of the hour, so you want to wrap things up real quick?
Wait, what? Has it really been an hour already.
It
God.
has. We've been zooming.
I thought we were gonna have to like fill in some time. I was like prepared to like talk about like other manga that I've been reading.
Nah, it was. Hey, we have enough for next month.
Yeah.
We might make this a weekly thing if people want it enough.
Well, weekly or bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly would probably be the best, but
Yeah, the probably best for the schedule. But
anyways, anything to wrap up on?
yeah, no, not really. I don't
All
know.
right.
I'm bad at this.
Well, for all those listening on any other websites, please check us out at twitch.tv/FacemanVR. We're going to try to do this starting out just once a month on the final Sunday of that month.
Yeah.
And we'll just be like, oh, here's some manga we read. This is what happened recently. And if you guys comment any other manga you'd like us to read, we'll add that to the conversation. We have the YouTube channel out down in the description, the link section, like the about. We have the Fishing Hour. It's a group I'm with, and we're doing like trying to build a community there. And I got my main YouTube channel also down there as well. Anything you want to advertise there?
Well, I mean, I got my own channel. I don't do a YouTube channel. At Ragnar the Ronin
on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. I upload. Well, I've started recently uploading some Spider-Man stuff, like playing some Spider-Man games. It's just mostly silent because I don't have a mic for my PlayStation 5 yet.
I feel that.
But check us out. We'll upload this on Spotify.
Hopefully all the different podcast mediums.
Yeah. Check out Fishing Hour. I sometimes will appear. I may appear in videos. Sometimes there, I'm like a recurring character.
True that. Alrighty. Well, thanks to all who stopped by. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
Bye. See you next time.
Bye.